Hey traders, Nick Shaheen looking at Nio. This is a stock I favor on dips. The question is, it came up in the chat room, is it too late to chase? I issued a couple of trades on it. The one I can remember is somewhere late April, so I'm going to see if I can find it here. I can't remember really. I think it was somewhere in here at these levels. I know for sure. So anyway, that trade played out pretty well, and I like to buy the dips. And chasing it up here is kind of strange. The breakout, I remember issuing it in the chat room several times, but the breakout really happened from here. So is this the measured move? So to answer that, I have to look left and see what happened last time they come up here. I don't know what the rally is all about today. Some sort of a reopening hiccup with maybe talks about COVID. I don't watch the news, so you might know about it more than me, but it's useless. You should probably turn off the news because the charts shows me what I need to know without the news. I haven't traded news all year long, and it's been pretty fantastic so far. So last time it was here, that was in March, early March, and it was a massive fail, that one candle. Now, credit to Nio, this was a problem for the NASDAQ. It wasn't that Nio messed up. It just, the whole market, you remember, it fell out of bed and suddenly it bottomed in 3.5 or 3.8 or something like that. The NASDAQ was shellacked. Nio was one of them, and now it's back there. So how many scars are back there? On top of it, there were two pretty bad rejection candles. This one was very bullish. This one was very bearish. They bounced exactly where I would expect them to bounce, base. And then said, wait, no, well, they gave it all up. They tried one last ditch effort. So I bet you there's some sellers lurking in here. Also, if I look left, this level has had history. Prior fail, they tried to take it out. They didn't last too long. They struggled here and broke out in a what? That was just way too happy. And then they came back, they didn't even held it. They didn't even try to hold it. They came down here straight and bounced and then failed at it again. So from a plain simple English perspective, the easy work on this breakout has happened already. Now the good news is that any dips into this area would become a buying opportunity. So if I were looking to get long, I would set alerts down here to say, you know what, if it comes down to here, I'd try to buy it for a swing trade opportunity. You hear that? Swing trade opportunity. So the first step in my investment write-ups these days, my trade write-ups I should say, that I share, is macro. What does the world look like? Well, right now it's as bullish as it can be. Why? Markets are all-time highs, and we have the most tailwinds possible, meaning the Fed, 1.4 trillion on top of the super low rates, on top of them ignoring the inflation, telling us blatantly they're not going to do their job on that front. And on top of the trillions of dollars from the government in fiscal spending and infrastructure proposals going on. So where's the extra tailwinds going to come from? Nowhere. In fact, some of those tailwinds are going to die. And if they die, we might have a void in money flow. It's one of the ingredients for the stock markets to rally. Sentiment is the other big one, and structure. So structure is not in question right now. Nothing is broken. So money is the only real variable because sentiment flip-flops. One day they're happy, one day they spit it out. Just look at Google today. Just today. 2428 low, 2459 high. No change. Okay, so sentiment is a flip-flop. Investors are fickle. You can't count on that. So there could be a void in the whole market. So I can't go long everything, even though this one might look good for a swing, because it has to trade within the prism of the whole stock market. Case in point, this drop. I don't know what it had going for itself, but I'm pretty sure it took a back seat to whatever was going on with the NASDAQ. Right? So this might have been, oh, great, we're going to the moon again. Same. Oh, no, wait, the whole market's falling off a cliff. Let me go with them. So that's what I'm saying on that one. Also, you have to track Tesla. Tesla's had a good run too. Is it running into its own headwind? So 3 failures. Well, I put failures in quote because it's a huge pop. Tesla would be a better entry on a dip into the prior neckline from which it sprang. It's like an island, gap below and a failure above. So now we have a range. If you put a box around 667, ooh, I remember that level from the chat room on Friday. It's a trigger lower clearly, and it's a must hold, and they did hold it like to the penny almost. And versus the top of 2 days ago, so not Friday, so Thursday, yeah, 624, that top. I wouldn't get long Tesla until they beat that top, and then you can chase it on a trade, not investment, trade. Now it would look like Nio, right, up in open air. So same comments on Nio. This one is doing a little bit more, up 10%. What is Tesla up? 2.5%. So I don't know what's going on with it, but you don't short it. 3 EV companies I would trade and invest in: Tesla, Nio, and XPEV. Why? Because they actually have profit and loss statements. Tesla's profit and loss statement is more mature. It generates huge amounts of cash from its own operations. The other two still need help, but they are growing sales like mad. So I believe in somebody saying, okay, let's bet on this hopeful scenario for the future, versus somebody that hasn't even gotten a car yet, or a release date, or a price, or anything. So hint, hint, lovers of CCIV and FSR and oh man, I'm going to get a lot of love on that one. So I would rather, me personally, bet on a proper P&L currently going and it improving, rather than establishing a new P&L that there's nothing on right now. Okay, zero sales doesn't work for me. It's like Shark Tank. When you go to Shark Tank with a product, and if you don't have an ongoing sales track record, they'll throw you out. They won't even listen to you. You have to have a business going for them to even invest. And those guys are like the sharpest knives in the drawer. Anyway, so Nio, the easy work is done. The breakout was here. Measured move is somewhere around here. It's pretty close to the measured move. Unless I'm super fast, I'd rather wait for a dip. And I'm pretty sure we'll get a dip here somewhere. Through no fault of its own. Remember, it doesn't have to be through its own fault. There are too many sharp fails candles for me to invest in it big time. And if I do want to do something, I'll probably buy a call or a call spread with a tight stop. And the stop can be either a level or a dollar amount. All right, I've said enough. Nothing here is, by the way, a trading advice. It's my thoughts on how I would or wouldn't chase a rally up this high into a stock that I usually like. I don't short Nio. I did short it in the last couple of weeks via credit call spread, and it worked out. But it was like a 6-hour short or something like that. And it was just a specific level price action short. All right, Nick signing out.